Hello and welcome to Only in Sedona Yoga. Come on and sit in an easy Sukhasana seated position. This is our Sunday restful restorative flow. It's going to be nice and easy. We're still going to keep a little MSM in there, so just start to move your body around. Start rotating around through that spine, getting some blood flowing. Doesn't have to look like anything special. Take this time now to focus in on your breath. You can close your eyes if you like and begin lengthening your inhales and exhales. Inhaling for 4 counts. Little pause at the top. And then exhaling for 4 counts. This is our restorative flow, so we'll hold each pose for 3 to 5 minutes. It's ooey-gooey. You won't even have to get off the mat. We're going to be putting one of these out every week. It's great for your recovery days, or if you're having a sick day and you just want to stay in bed but you want to move a little. Just sit up and move with me a little bit. And let's roll this over to all fours and warm up our spine with some cat-cows. So come on to all fours. Your knees are about hips distance apart. Inhale as you sink into the saddle of that low back to cow. Exhale as you round to cat. Inhaling. And exhaling. We do a lot of different variety of forms of yoga. Restorative yoga, like I said, is great for recovery days. It's so important to have balance in life. We'll talk about that a bit today. Maybe you want to share some of your thoughts about how you maintain your balance in life. How you maintain a healthy work-life balance, how you manage to squeeze in fitness with all your other responsibilities. My dream is to build this into a nice healing community, so please feel free to comment. Share your renewal tips. How do you recover and renew yourself? And let's just breathe here. Give me 2 or 3 more of these cat-cows. And round up to cat one more time. Arch that spine. Feel those ribs separate. And then come on back to sit. You can sit in a kneeling position. You might notice me wince a little. Let's just rotate out through one shoulder. Rotating it out. Quick rotation here. Just to get that blood flowing, and let's go to the other side. Just rotate through that shoulder, and then we'll go into our deep restorative stretches. This is your self-care, your time to cool down, not compete with anyone. Just get into your body and stretch. So let's come into a nice seated position. Come into Dandasana staff pose. Sit nice and tall for me for a second. Use your arms like second spines, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to start with just a seated forward fold. So inhale your hands up over tall. Reach out from those hips as you go down. And if you want to hook the feet, be my guest. If not, just let those arms come to your side. Find that edge of resistance. Find where you need to hold. Maybe you want to just grab the feet. Maybe that feels good. And breathe, relax, and focus on your breath. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, and exhaling 2, 3, 4. And as you breathe and stretch, start to generate a feeling of thankfulness in your heart for taking this time for you. You can take the first few minutes of each stretch to kind of adjust. And a little trick you can try here, if you're doing this workout with me in bed, you can take a pillow, you can rest it there to rest your head if that feels good. But start to generate a feeling of thankfulness, calmness, serenity, and relaxation. Listen to the healing tones of the music. We use Solfeggio Frequencies. At the subatomic level, everything is in vibration, constantly in motions with electrons circling the atoms that make up every cell of your body. And some people believe certain frequencies help to harmonize that process and improve your health. Either way, it feels good to take some time to simply breathe and be. You can wiggle around and adjust in these poses, sway into them with your breath, all while feeling thankful, sending love to any sore areas of your body. I know I'm a little sore today. I had a bad HM fall yesterday. Hemiplegic migraine, it's the technical name for my neurological condition that sometimes knocks me out, literally. And I'm a little sore and stiff today because I injured myself when I fell, but my invisible disability isn't always invisible. You might see some bruises. But this is your time to heal that pain, to nurture yourself, and feel a little better. So gently roll up out of that. Shake it out. We're going to counter that stretch. Lift yourself up nice and tall. One straight line from the top of your head on down. Just take a breath or two here to counter that move. And gently, gently lower down. We're going to go into either Janu or a variation. I'm going to turn front and show you your options. Your first option is just to take Janu here. So all you're going to do is place your foot against the inside of your thigh. You're going to reach towards that leg. You're going to lean forward. Another option you have, I'm going to take a slightly deeper option only because I am stiff and needing to stretch. You can actually go into half lotus with this foot. If you have the flexibility, reach around, bind that toe, lift yourself up tall, and lean into that forward fold, and hold and focus on your breath, please. Please take the variation that your body is calling for today. The beauty part of yoga is that there's no competition. It's your time to turn inward and nurture yourself. To let the outside world and cares fall away. And to simply take 45 minutes to breathe and be. Sending love and healing to all those tissues you're stretching. If you can do these workouts outside, even better. Science does show that simply getting outdoors has the power to improve your mood. It can also boost your immune function through various mechanisms. Exposure to sunlight helps your body produce natural vitamin D. And being around plants and trees helps boost your immunity because they emit substances called phytoncides that they emit for defense. But when humans breathe them, it kicks their natural defense system into high gear. So if you have a balcony or patio or backyard you can escape to, let the sun kiss your body while you do these restorative stretches with us. And let's gently come out of this. If you're in Janu, what I'm going to ask you to do is turn yourself around, and you're going to take that leg now and cross it over the other. We're going to go into half cow. So you're just going to stack those knees right on top of the other, lift up super tall, and just collapse wherever feels good. If you're able to hook the foot, if that's relaxed and comfortable, and you're able to breathe into that edge of resistance, be my guest. If not, just find that edge, sit there comfortably where you feel, breathe into the stretch, nurture those muscles and connective tissues, giving them time to open up nice and deeply. There's nothing wrong with competition, but there's also a time to simply be. And this is that time for your peace, your serenity, nurturing your body. It helps to recite affirmations if that helps you. You can say things to yourself like, I cherish my body, and take time to heal, because it is so important. And often today our lives are so hectic with all the external pressures that all of us have, that it's critical to take this time out. Generate positivity in your heart, to nurture and practice self-care, to recenter and rebalance yourself. And that's what we want to bring you through the healing love of yoga. I've talked in other shows a lot about how I use this as therapy and some of my more ambitious goals, but really, it's all about doing my part to spread the healing love of yoga, always for free, bringing it to you right in your living room if you're sick, if you're still isolating from COVID. You can do this right at home. You don't have to go anywhere. You can take care of yourself and still get the stretching and nurturing you need for your body. Let's really slowly come out of this one, guys. Take your time. Nice and easy. Uncross that leg. Take both legs in front of you. Shake out those knees. You might see one of my big bruises on my leg from where I fell yesterday. But shake it out. And then I'm going to give you two options here. Option one, you're not going to see me for a minute. We're going to stretch the front of that thigh. You can just lay down and tank your ankle back here. And you can make yourself comfy. If you want to lay on down, if you have a pillow to lay on, be my guest. Your other option, which might be too intense for some of you, but if it's not, try to place that foot square with the floor. And then walk yourself back as much as you can. Please don't worry if you can't go all the way down. Support your back with a giant pillow if need be. And just stretch out through the front of that thigh. This also gets those connective tissues around your knees. I know my right knee, and if you follow me for years, which I hope this program goes on, you'll probably notice I often get bruised on my right side. That's the side that goes out when my body goes out on me. And I don't really have much cartilage left in my right knee, but I also don't have much arthritis pain, hardly ever. And I credit yoga for that, and doing these longer stretches. Because if you stretch and strengthen the surrounding tissue, then your bones aren't taking all of that pounding. You have help. They have help to help hold them up. Still focusing in on that breath, yogi. Inhaling for a 4 count. Baby pause at the top. Exhaling smoothly for a 4 count. While you generate gratitude, love, and send that white healing light to your muscles and connective tissues as you stretch and breathe. Give me 2 or 3 more breaths here, yogi. And then with infinite gentleness, walk yourself up. Once again, extend that leg. Once again, shake it out. Give yourself a little love. Let those knees relax. And we're going to get those stretches on the other side. So, remember your first option. You can take Janu right here, lifting forward just like this. If you want a slightly deeper stretch, you're crossing that leg, you're grabbing that toe, lifting up straight and tall, leaning forward. And remember, you're just collapsing where you feel that edge of tension. Only just as far as your body wants to go that you feel it, you feel the healing power. But you're not pushing. This is your recovery. Take it. I know that many of us find ourselves in a culture where our very economic system is set up around the idea of competition, and sometimes too much competition, sometimes to an unhealthy level. Sometimes it makes it challenging for the people who work the hardest to even enter that competition. And you always feel like you have to strive and do more, not even to get ahead, just to keep up these days. And this is your time to not necessarily oppose that, but balance it. I do believe in what the Buddhas teach as the middle path. And I think that's one of the reasons we have such problem with violence in our country, because there is such inequality. And anytime you create a system where it's legal to hoard as much wealth as you want and exploit people pretty much as much as you want to get that wealth. And there's no limits on how much wealth you can produce and how much you can exploit to get that wealth. It creates unhealthy competition and makes you feel like you're in a race that you can never ever win. And the fact of the matter is, you don't have to compete against anyone. You don't. You have one life. You get to choose what you want to do with it, regardless of the system you find yourself in. I've come to peace with the terms that I'm going to be a writer and a yogi. I've always been a teacher before I got sick, and I was able to work outside the home I was teaching. None of my professional endeavors have ever been lucrative in the American sense, come out of this, or successful in that sense. But you know what? I'm okay with that. It's okay. Because I'd rather live my life in alignment with my values than spend it serving someone else to try to get this material wealth that really you can't take with you and doesn't mean anything at all. So let's come into that half cow. Your knees are stacked right on top of each other. You're lifting up tall, and then you're coming forward, hooking if you can, if that's comfortable. But this is a deep, intense stretch, so please, again, if your body's telling you I'm here, or even if you're sitting up here, that's okay. That's where you're at. Find where your body needs to be. Breathe into the stillness. And I personally think a lot of the problems we're having now is that there are no restrictions at the top, and wherever you have unrestricted things in one direction, nature tells us you're going to have the opposite extreme. So we've set up a system where people are free to amass extreme wealth, but at the same time that means there's a lot of extreme poverty. And I'm right there through it with you guys. If you're in an economic bind, I'm right with you. I'm losing my home again, not for the first time. But, if living mobile is going to be my destiny, so be it. And I'm really focusing on the blessings. When I started this program, I was in a much worse place than I am now. And, now I can get a nice vehicle to live in if I have to. I didn't have even that much privilege when I started the idea for this yoga program. And it's kind of excited because even though I'm bumbling my way through and counting on my partner Ed, who is wonderful and magical, to bring you the magic and make this look good on film, it's really just a labor of love. It's what I feel called to do, and I want to empower other people to do that, to choose the life that you want to live, even if it doesn't look successful to anyone else. Choose your success. Do that. And walk back up very gently out of this. Take your time. Uncross those legs. Shake them out. We're going to get that deep quadricep stretch on the other side. So remember, you do have this option. I'm not going to lay on this leg because it's really sore. But your other option is to place that foot right along the ground. And if you can walk it back, walk it back. Extend those arms overhead and just relax and stretch. And there are signs of change. And I hope that our leaders will someday see that the middle path is best. Not that everyone has to be the same by any means. No, that would be terrible, but reining in the extremes is something we could do, and I hope that those with the power to do so will someday see the wisdom in that course. But in the meantime, all any of us can do, like Viktor Frankl says, the great Holocaust survivor who went on to become a psychologist and a neurologist, you always have the freedom to choose your attitude in any given set of circumstances. And if you're in a tight place, you can choose not to let it get you down. You can choose healthy interventions like coming to the mat to calm your nervous system when life gets stressful. And you can choose not to let the outside world dim your sunshine and dim your glow. Protect your energy bubble, beautiful yogi. You are worth it. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here, yogi. And when you're ready, with infinite love and gentleness, come on up out of this. Release that leg forward, shake it out. And we're gonna come forward. We're going to go into a seated fire log pose. So come on around on your mat. Take your left leg, fold it under you. Leg is parallel to the mat. Take your right leg, place it on top. Wiggle around. Find a place that foot is comfortable. Lift yourself up super tall and come on forward. Keeping that positive energy in your heart. Sending that love to the muscles that are stretching. Breathing in for 4. Pause. And exhaling for 4. If you're struggling to generate that gratitude, think of a time that you felt really happy. Helps to visualize a moment of great joy. Remember how that felt in your body and try to reclaim that magical feeling now, sending it out to the muscles that are stretching. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here, yogi. And walk up out of this. And we're going to go into a seated straddle. So take those feet out nice and wide. Find that spot. Sit up nice and tall. Walk it forward from the hips first, and then you can let yourself collapse into the stretch. And you can feel free to move here in this one, yogi. If you want to take it side to side, you can do that. And you might see me doing that as we hold this pose. So know that you have that option. Or you can just hold right here in the center. And setting boundaries and protecting your energy, it doesn't have to be in a mean way, just a gentle way, moving like water. And you can still try to bring about the changes you want to see in the world. I know I've been going to Medicare for All Leadership School to try to learn how to become a better leader, to get health care to more people in this country. Something I'm passionate about. We are having a text bank on Tuesday, November 16th at 4 p.m. Pacific. I'll drop the link in the description for this video if you can join us, if you believe in that cause and you'd like to join us. I can tell you it's super easy. And it's not a phone bank, it's a text bank. So if you're like me, and you've probably noticed on my show, sometimes I struggle with my speech because I do have a neurological injury, case in point. Then you don't have to talk. You can text and you can do it right from your living room. So if you're isolating because of COVID, you don't have to break your quarantine. And it's super easy. So consider joining us if you want. It'd be fun to do a restorative yoga text bank. I gotta figure out how to make that work. Lay around and stretch and text for a cause. That would be fun. If you can take it down more, be my guest. I don't want to bump my microphone, so I'll try not to here. And when you're ready, yogi, walk up out of this one. We're going to get that fire log on the other side, but first, let's just bring those legs in. Let's just windshield wiper them for a quick second. And I might wince a bit here, I might not. I apologize in advance if I do. But let's take that right leg now. Make it nice and parallel with your mat. Take that left leg, cross it on top. Find that spot. Lift up tall first, and then just start crawling it out forward. Nice and easy. If you have a block or you have a pillow, you want to use it to rest, be my guest. It's a little easier not to bump my microphone that way. Give me another breath or two, yogi. And then walk up out of this nice and easy. We're going to give our spine a little love. So turn around on your mat, lay onto your belly, and come into a nice yin-style Sphinx. So you're on your elbows. You can kind of sway side to side if that feels good. Here's a really good place if you're doing this in bed and you have a stack of pillows. You can stack some pillows under your chest here to get that nice arch in your lower back. Just relax and breathe. If you want to take it up a little higher and go into seal, extend those arms. You can again sway gently side to side if the spirit moves you. Or just stationary, hold and breathe. And if seal is too much today and your lower back's not loving it, come on back to Sphinx. Give me another breath or two here, yogi. And let's roll this over onto your back. So just come all the way down onto your back. Nice and easy, rolling it back. Bend your knees. We're going to throw in a few dynamic bridges here for your spine. So touch those heels with your fingertips. Lift the arms up as the hips come up. Exhale as you float down, keeping that same pace of breath. Inhaling for 4. Little pause. Exhaling for 4. Give me 2 more here, yogi. Feels so good to nurture your body. You don't burn a lot of calories. You really get in touch with your inner self. And let's extend that left leg. Take that right leg up and back. And stretch that hamstring. Holding wherever you're comfortable, but not yanking, not pulling. Give me 1 or 2 more breaths. And then bend that knee. We're going to take a supine twist, so bend it at a 90-degree angle. Other arm extends. Take it over the body. And breathe. One or two more breaths. And just bring that back. Bring that right knee in, give it a hug, and then extend. Left leg comes in now, knee to the chest, and then extend it forward. Again, not pulling. If you have a strap, please feel free to use it, but don't pull, don't yank. Find that place where you feel the tension start. Breathe into it. Find the motion that lives inside stillness. And as we go into our last two stretches here, think about some of your favorite things to do on your rest and recovery days. If you feel safe, share them with the community. Like I said, my dream is to build this into a healing community, but for that I need your help. So comment, let us know what you like and don't. Let us know what you know more of. Hit that bell, please subscribe so you'll get notifications of our new workouts. We have my 10s, 10-minute workouts. We have the MSM, getting you everything you need, strength, cardio, and flexibility yoga, vinyasa and restorative combined. And we have our restorative workouts. So join our family. Let's build a happy, nurturing, healing, safe place where we can come and share our thoughts and get better together. And let's bend that knee to a 90-degree angle. Extend that other arm. Move your props out of the way if you must. And just cross it over. And one more tip here, yogi. If it's too much and you need a little knee support, take a pillow or a block there. Support that way. I want to thank you so much for taking this time out of your day to heal and nurture your body and mind, for slowing down, for finding your peaceful zen, balancing the chaos of modern life, and allowing yourself to simply breathe and be and heal and grow with us. Thank you. And take it to the center. Very gentle as you come out. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug of self-love and self-care while you let those positive vibes roll over your body. Hold them in your heart. Smile as you extend to your final resting pose, Shavasana.